Now let's turn our attention to the courtroom where the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has upheld the administrative bail granted to former Aviation Minister Stella Oduah by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The EFCC arraigned the former minister on a 25-count charge of money laundering to the tune of 7.9 billion naira. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area now reports.
5 failed attempts by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to arraign Stella Oduah, the former Aviation Minister, was finally able to take her plea today before the Federal High Court. She was arraigned alongside 3 other individuals and 5 corporate entities. They all pled not guilty to the charges.
After taking their pleas, Justice Inyang Eko ordered the Attorney General of the Federation to take over the matter and the EFCC to transfer the case file to the AGF in 2 weeks. While upholding the existing administrative bail conditions granted her by the EFCC, the court ordered that the terms of conditions also be made available to the AGF. Some of the charges preferred against her by the EFCC is that Stella Oduah had in February 2014 used her position to transfer the sum of 1,629,250,000 naira from ISEC security account domiciled with First Bank to Global Shore and Marine Limited account also domiciled with First Bank PLC. The defendants were also accused of opening a Naira anonymous private banking nominee account with First Bank PLC, thereby committing an offence contrary to Section 11, subsection 1 of the Money Prohibition Act 2011 as amended and punishable under Section 11, subsection 4A of the same Act. They were equally accused of opening a United States dollar anonymous private banking nominee account with First Bank PLC, thereby committing an offence contrary to Section 11, subsection 1 of the Money Prohibition Act 2011 as amended and punishable under Section 11, subsection 4A of the same Act. The court adjourned to 17th October 2023 for trial. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
And as President Tinubu is making efforts in ensuring the security of the West African sub-Saharan region, the Nigerian Army is renewing its commitment to intensify its fight against insecurity. The new commander, 34 Artillery Brigade, Obinze in Imo State, Brigadier General Usman Lawal, gave the assurance as he takes over the mantle of leadership of the brigade. TVC's Presuba has more.
34 Artillery Brigade Obinze, under the outgoing commander Brigadier General Sani Suleiman, recorded tremendous success in the fight against banditry, oil theft, staff motivation, and cordial civil-military relations. This office structure, which is inaugurated, was remodeled by the outgoing commander.
The commander's office and the new...
These achievements recorded within the short period of his stay in the brigade and what the incoming commander said he will build on to further push the criminals who are currently at the fringes entirely out of the state.
What humbled me more was the usual office of the brigade commander we used to know far back then has been changed to a structure which we are seated in here. I was humbled, highly humbled, and being privileged to be the first commander that will utilize this facility.
While identifying oil bunkering, illegal refineries and secessionist movements as major challenges, the outgoing commander noted that the military was able to contend them. He commended the leadership of the Nigerian Army for the support and urged officers and men of the brigade not to relent in its fight against insurgency.
Life has returned to Olu. Osu used to be the stronghold of them, and we also pushed them out of that into the bushes and the valleys of Sumogu, Lilu, Itekuku, and the rest of those areas bordering Anambra State. It's an ongoing issue, and we're on top of the situation, and by the grace of God, we'll win the battle.
Let's now tell you that the Yobe state government has confirmed the death of 26 patients who contracted diphtheria disease in the state. About 21 people are still receiving medication at various isolation facilities. The senior special assistant to the governor, Lawan Ghana, told reporters that 289 patients have been discharged across facilities in the state. Our correspondent in Yobe, Michael Oshoma, joins me live from Damaturu. Michael, what more are you learning about this new development? How many active cases are we looking at, and how many local government areas have been affected?
Yeah, presently, according to the information available to us by the Ministry of Health in the state, 21 active cases have been recorded and 26 deaths, and 289 treated and discharged patients so far. As we speak right now, there's an emergency by relevant stakeholders to tackle the unfortunate outbreak in the state. There is so much advocacy on sensitization, on disseminating information by using traditional rulers to sensitize the locals on the preventive measures for them to take to avert this outbreak in different local governments. As we speak right now, 7 local governments has been affected: Potiskum, Gulani, Nangere, Unguru, Damaturu, Busari, and Tarmua. But among all these local governments I mentioned, Unguru has the highest record of infected patients in this case as we speak.
Beyond the advocacies and sensitization on the part of government, what are you hearing about vaccination programs in this regard?
Yeah, according to available information released to the press, the senior special assistant to the governor says staff have been they are being trained on how to tackle this situation, and also there will be a kind of massive vaccination at the local government, at the 17 across the 17 local government areas in the state. They said they are not relenting to ensure that they tackle this, and also to ensure that all measures are being put in place to nip it in the bud.
Yobe State correspondent Michael Oshoma, thank you for talking to us. I will bring you Michael's detailed report on the diphtheria outbreak in Yobe in our subsequent bulletins.